So you've just finished installing the snazzy Camel ADV rear brake pedal on your Tenere 700, and now you're sitting there looking at your dirty old stock gear shift lever, wishing there was a decent billet upgrade for that wasn't too costly. Huh, what's this? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got another new bling bit to put on the T7, and I'm pretty stoked about it too. A sweet billet gear shift lever upgrade from NICECNC. Now this thing is super chunky guys, it looks tough as. It's made from 6061 T6 billet aluminium. We've got a folding spring-loaded tip, of course. It's also adjustable. With a 4mm Allen key on the back there, we can move it back or forward, and yeah, basically it comes with everything you need to upgrade your shift lever. So we're going to install this, see how hard it is to do. It shouldn't be too bad at all. These do come in anodized black and also bling blue color. If you have the blue T7, that'll look pretty cool. Firstly, we'll take a quick look at how to adjust the tip. So with a 4mm Allen key, pretty easy. Undo this bolt back here. Basically you've got 5 spots along here. You can mount the tip depending on how far out you like it. Very easy to do. So that's the probably the central position. If you want to go right back, go there. For now I'm going to leave mine right to the front. It is actually, by the look of it, a fair bit further forward than the stock shift lever position. I'll just leave that loose for now in case I want to adjust it, but I'd definitely recommend Loctiting that before you fix it permanently. Alright, so that's ready to go. What we need to do now is remove the foot peg carrier from the left hand side of the bike. Yeah, before we go ahead and do this job, of course, we are going to be removing the side stand, so you will need a jack of some description to take the weight of the bike and have it standing upright, or a paddock stand if you have one under the back wheel. We have several 12mm bolts here to undo first. We'll loosen off that one there. We have one down here, one behind the foot peg down here, and of course these two here. Now before I take these all the way out, I'm going to make a note of the height of my shift lever where I have it at the moment, so I can set the new one roughly back to the same height. So I think mine's just slightly below the foot peg height. Now with your 10mm we can undo the shift linkage. Two locking nuts on there. The bottom one, of course, is a left-hand thread. Once the locking nuts are loosened off, we just go ahead and thread the rod all the way out. Now we can finish removing these bolts. I have removed the side stand sensor switch, so your bike, if you haven't removed that, will probably have a wire running to this, so you won't be able to fully take this away from the bike. That's okay. All you need to do is undo this bolt here to replace the shift lever. What I'm going to do is take this over to the bench just so it's easier to film it and show you guys, but I'm going to give this a bit of a clean up first. Alright, I've gotten rid of most of that dirt. It's probably a good idea to give your chain roller a bit of grease while you're here, guys. That thing does tend to get neglected. I've given mine a bit of grease already. We're going to need a 6mm Allen key to undo this bolt here. I was actually expecting that to be tight like the brake lever on the other side, but it was actually not even tight at all. So so we'll clean up this bolt, get rid of all that old grease, and I'll re-grease everything here. But just to show you, okay, we have a washer there. So this is the difference between these two. You can see just how chunky that NICECNC one is. Okay, so we definitely want to put some waterproof grease, if you have it, onto this bolt. You're going to try and keep the grease off the threads, of course, because we're going to be putting some more thread lock on that. Also put a bit of grease inside the bushing. Once everything's greased up, we'll put the bolt through. Make sure it spins nice and freely. Wipe off any excess. Throw a bit of thread lock on there. Don't forget the washer on the back. We can go ahead and bolt it in. Probably a good idea to check your service manual for the torque spec for this bolt. So the lever moves nice and free. Alright, we'll go ahead and fit this back up to the bike. Yeah, obviously this is just a reversal of taking it off. I will thread lock all of these bolts with just a little bit of thread lock. Now, because I have this bike supported on a stand, we've removed these chassis supports down here. The bike's sort of leaning a bit over this way, so just to bring it up a little bit, using a screwdriver in there. Okay, so as you can see, we have the gear shifter fitted. It's clearing everything nicely. All we need to do now is basically fit the linkage. You didn't think it was going to be that easy, did you? Well, we can't quite get that in there, not even with this shifter turned all the way up. So what I'm just going to do is put a mark there and undo this with a 5mm Allen key. Should be able to thread the linkage right into here. Now I just need to line this back up with where it was. Kind of looking like I might actually have to go one spline back, because this piece down here must be a bit longer. So yeah, okay, so we've finally got the linkage connected. Just tighten up these locking nuts, jam nuts, whatever you want to call them. Okay, so with my size 10, I think they are, former adventure boots on, that shifter is, it's a fair way forward now. It's quite a reach for me to reach. It's going to be good for people with big boots, but I think I'm going to have to move that tip back a bit, probably to the furthest back position. So hopefully you can see there, that's where the stock shifter sits. It's quite a fair way further back, closer. Also, the NICECNC tip is quite a lot longer. It's quite wide, sticks out a long way. Now, I'm thinking that I might cut a bit off the end of that. It is solid billet aluminium, so should be fine to just cut a bit off of that if you want to. As I said, this is going to be great for people with big feet, but I'm a little bit concerned, you know, obviously, you know, it's a folding tip, which is fine. It'll just fold back in the event of a crash, but sometimes the bike tips over as it's coming backwards, and that sticking out so far is going to catch and, you know, do some damage there. So I think with a shorter tip, you've got less chance of damage. So otherwise, pretty bloody nice. Anyway, all that's left to do is put a bit of thread lock on this guy and put that back in, and yeah, we're pretty much installed. We will take it out for a bit of a spin, show it in action. Pretty exciting stuff, I'm sure it will be. Any excuse for a ride, let's do it. Oh, we have absolutely been blessed with yet another flawless day here in southeast Queensland. A beautiful autumn day. Pretty good day for riding, I would say. Pretty good excuse to get out and check out the NICECNC shift lever, see if it works. Now obviously, you know, it's only a shift lever, guys, so it's probably only gonna give you around about 20 horsepower more tops. I kid. Obviously, you know, it's more of a bling item. I mean, yeah, it's a premium shift lever for sure. The stock ones are a flimsy bit of soft, mild steel. This is billet aluminium, of course. As you guys can probably see here, I have moved the tip back to its furthest back position. I've also cut probably about an inch off the end of that. Now, it's not necessary to do that. I just feel like it's it's a little bit less likely to catch on stuff, as I mentioned. It looks a bit neater. Yeah, I reckon that's pretty good. You know, so you can see there how far it sticks out now. Probably about the same as what the stock one did before I cut it. You know, it was probably out about there somewhere. And so far, you know, riding with it, it's been fine. It certainly doesn't feel any worse than the stock lever. Probably feels a little bit better, but you know, look, it gets you up and down through the gears. That's what it's designed to do. It looks cool, and it's definitely going to be a lot tougher than the stock one. As you can see there, I've got camera, hello, mounted to the crash bars down there. It's going to ride up through this trail, and you can see that gear shifter in operation. Alright, we're in first gear. So the main objective is to A, not crash, and B, not crash on my camera. A bit slippery. Oh, that would not have been good hitting that at speed. Oh, there you have it, guys, the NICECNC upgrade shift lever for the T7. Nice bling bit. If your partner has a T7 and they've pretty much got everything else for it, they probably don't have an upgraded shift lever, so it might be worth checking out for them. Or, you know, if you want to get one for your own bike, they are cheap. Like I've Actually got a discount code for you guys, MVDBR10. Will get you 10% off these guys, and they are already really well priced. I will of course put a link in the description, guys. I think at the moment with the 10% off, they're $36 US, and that's free delivery included. So I think that works out to be about 54 Aussie dollars. It depends on the conversion rate at the time, but yeah, under 60 bucks, free delivery for one of these. Bloody good deal. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Thanks to NICECNC for supplying this product to me to check out. Alright, catch you guys later. Peace.